Oh man, he is big. Take a look at this guy. Look at the size of my hand compared to him. You hear that? These guys are hungry. If this video gets 30 likes, I will make a dedicated video as to why I hate Marineland. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Anthony, Long Island Fish Guy here. And on today's video, it's a big day. One, because if you don't follow me on Instagram, I already posted a photo of this. This is the unfinished part area of the basement. This is the fish room. I got the fish tanks right over there and over there. So we just painted this, me and my dad. These were old wooden paneling. We wanted to brighten it up a little bit down here. It's kind of dark and dungy. We added some new LED lights as well as painted this, and it looks much nicer. But we're not gonna just paint here. We're also gonna be adding a tank to this spot, which is what today's video is about. And by we, I mean me and my buddy Ryan. We're going over to my parents' house where I currently have my 125 and my 75 gallon. And we're moving my 75 gallon to this location where my bike is. If you are one of my subscribers and you also do follow along with my channel, you know that in my 75 gallon, that tank homes my Oscar George. George is arguably the best looking Oscar that you can find on YouTube, and he's coming to the house. I literally have not lived in the same house as George since I got married in November. 9 months. It has been 9 months since I lived in the same house as George. Let's hop into it, jump over to my parents' house, and get George the Oscar. Oh, by the way, George also is with a Savini pike, a rhino pleco, and also a spotted Raphael catfish. Oh, and if you're not subscribed to my channel already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos like this. Alright, so we are at my parents' house now. If you're new to the channel, this is the 125. Basically a miscellaneous tank with a lot of different exotic type fish. Got my Kelberry bass, got a datnoid, Indonesian datnoid, jaguar, got a nice vampire pleco, galaxy pleco over there, bunch of different stuff. Look, albino, hoplo catfish, really cool fish in here. And this is the 75 gallon. It needs to get a little bit cleaned up. This is the Oscar George. Look at him. You're coming home, buddy. You're coming home. That's the pike over here. And where's that rhino pleco? There he is. There he is. He's getting big. Take a look at him. And here's what we're gonna do. This is how I kind of do all my water changes on these tanks. At my parents' house, and even at my house, I have a bucket here with a submersible pump. Take a gravel vac like this. Gravel vac into that bucket. That bucket then, the tubing for that bucket goes through this vent to the unfinished part area into this sink, and then the same way I hook up a hose to this part and it gets ran back in to fill up the tank. So I'm gonna get started now. I'm gonna drain some of the tank down, gonna scoop out George the Oscar. It's gonna definitely be something to take a look at, but let's get to work here. Oh, here he comes. Look at this guy. Say hi to YouTube, Ron.
What up, YouTube?
And here's my dad.
Yo.
Alright, so here's the setup that I'm doing here. We're draining out the tank a little bit lower. Probably got a little bit more to go until I start trying to scoop them out. Probably actually sooner than later. Doing that same setup I said before. Gonna put the fish in here. I just threw the media down in here just to kind of keep the beneficial bacteria going. Alright, moment of truth. Alright, Georgie, here we go. Woo! I'm not even measuring. Woo! Oh, Georgie's a big boy. Time to get the pike. Oh man, he is big. Take a look at this guy. Nice and big. You don't really see what I mean? You don't really notice how big they are until they're out of the tank. Huge, huge. This rhinoplex is gonna look humongous. Oh. Now you want to watch out with these guys because they have really, yeah, I kind of want to even maybe put it like this. Take a look at this guy. Look at the size of my hand compared to him. Huge fish, absolutely monstrous. Let's get him in. Now you got to also watch out with these plecos because they have really sharp pectoral fins that can actually easily get stuck inside a netting like this. All right, last but not least, we have a small Raphael catfish. Here he is. Actually, come close, come close. You could hear him croaking. You hear that? And take a look at the pectoral fins if you get really close inside the net. See those nice sharp pectorals? I don't want to touch them because they're actually very sharp. Gonna drain the rest of the tank, get out as much sand as possible, then me and the camera guy are getting to work. Here's where we are. Everything's packed up in the totes. The fish are there, the kind of supplies and everything over here. We got as much sand as possible out. Got the canister filter, and most importantly, the tank. So me and our guy, we are gonna go and pick this bad boy up. This tank's not as bad as you think it is. This tank is something I'm definitely not looking forward to doing. Also, while I'm here, might as well feed these guys. Let me feed them some Oscar Cichlid Gold. These guys are hungry. Here you go. There you go.
Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down, ayy.
Alright, so rather than record me and Ryan bringing everything in, we kind of just brought everything in right now. If you ever do want to watch the proper way to actually move fish tanks, I do have a video of already doing that. Put a card to that video up here. But the fish are doing well. I just checked up on them. Everyone's still doing fine and everything. The filter media and everything's still in there. I'm gonna set everything up quick and I'm gonna just kind of show you the before and after. So here's the before. Before I show you guys the tank, guys, I do have to let you know that a little bit of extra time has passed since actually moving the aquariums to my fish room here. And that's because of a few different things. One, we had the tropical storm here in New York and I actually lost power for a few days. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I actually lost one of my datnoids. It was a 3-bar datnoid. I absolutely loved this fish. I even got a little bit of a haircut since then. And also, I actually got a really bad ear infection. I was on steroids, antibiotics, and I was completely out of it for about a week. It was a horrible, horrible ear infection. My doctor was like, it's one of the worst ear infections I've ever seen. I don't know how I got it, but I had one. So this video has been a little bit delayed. I do apologize for that, but I'm super invigorated, guys. I'm really can't wait to pump out more content for you. But enough of me babbling about the things coming out. Check out what I did with this 75-gallon aquarium. Now, I'm not gonna say this is the best skate tank ever. I'm actually gonna be looking for maybe a new piece of driftwood, like a show piece to kind of put inside of this aquarium. But I will say this, the fish personalities have been absolutely stellar since this. It's kind of opening up my idea of maybe not even scaping this aquarium. I might just put sand in it, maybe like one piece of wood like that, because the Oscar and the pike typically fight, but they haven't been having any fighting whatsoever. There's no real territory to be fighting over in this tank, and it's actually been going on for really well. George has been displaying some incredible personality since this new aquascape, and it's actually been a few days. But there were also some problems with setting up with this aquarium. One of which being the filter. This was not the original filter I had on the aquarium. I originally had a Marineland Emperor 400 actually on this aquarium, and it actually broke. And here's a little video of me the day that this actually happened. Take a look at what's been happening over here. So, and this video was not even supposed to be about this, but it's become this. Look at this absolute disaster of a scenario we have here. The Emperor, which is their flagship mother, you guys should have heard the words that I was saying before. I was cursing up a storm. This filter the motor is down in there. It was all messed up. There's a secondary piece that comes up that goes into the spray bars here. Then the water goes up here, there, everywhere. The spray bars are twisty twists, and this is the friggin' motor down here. I mean, I'm not really making this video about how bad of a product Marineland. It's really not just, oh, well, you had one bad experience with one product. I hate Marineland. I am completely done with Marineland, and I didn't want to do this, but it's come to this. If this video gets, nothing crazy, 30 likes. If this video gets 30 likes, I will make a dedicated video as to why I hate Marineland. Okay, so obviously I was a little bit heated about the Marineland situation, but I can assure you I will not be buying any more Marineland products moving forward. That includes tanks, filters, lights, you name it, I'm done with it. And like I said, if this video does get 30 likes, I'll make that video because I have a boatload of things I am not happy about with Marineland. There's a ton of great things going on right now in this fish room that I am so excited for. Things that have already happened that you haven't even seen yet. I actually set up a new aquarium that will actually highlight one of your guys' favorite fish, including one of my favorite fish, a lot more. This fish has been displaying such an incredible personality since this move, and I can't wait to show you what I have in store for it. We also have the 125 coming here. I know you guys saw that a little bit earlier on in this video, but that tank is gonna be coming over here next. After the 125 gets here, that's it. All my aquariums will be down here in my own home, in my fish room. But what's next after that? Getting the monster aquarium. It's something I've always wanted since getting back into the aquarium hobby. I had aquariums my entire life and stopped at about 12 years old and got back into it about 4 or 5 years ago. And getting this monster aquarium is something I've always dreamed of since getting back into it. But that's gonna be it for this video. But if you did like this video, be sure to subscribe. Check out some of the other content here on my channel. Ding that notification bell if you already subscribed. Most importantly, don't forget to fish on.